Yes, sir. Monday Night Raw is officially on deck. Pardon our lateness, but Mondays are tricky for everybody. Jobs, life, and whatnot. But we are officially here. We're situated. We're locked
Yes,
in.
yes.
You already
Indeed.
know what it is. Your boy Jav here alongside Sister Rap Snob, alongside
What
Diddy
up?
the Balance.
Yo.
Mace. Mace is okay, nothing negative. In fact, it's very positive. But we'll let Mace tell you whenever he's back on with us. But for right now, Mace is not going to be with us on this episode. You got the three of us. So let's lock in with it. Fellas, what's good? How was y'all weekends?
The vibes,
Listen,
man.
man.
Talk to me, son.
I'm saying there's a lot of music this weekend, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of new music that dropped. You know what I mean? We got that Mach, Hommy. We got that Rhapsody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know me. I'm still spinning. I'm still spinning a lot of Kendrick right now, bro.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't a flash in the pan kind of situation, man. Like those records are sticking around, bro. We're gonna get into it, but like those are heavy records, man.
I mean, it's his time, bro.
It is his time, man. Spotify just put up All Right as the number one song of the 2010s.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
That's a move. That's a big move.
Listen, man, Kendrick, if you listening, man, it's time to drop, bro. Drop like now, this week, Friday.
It's a hell of a time. It's be a hell of a time.
Yo, the way his name is buzzing, the way he's out here, you know what I mean? And the thing is with I'm gonna be honest, like I've done my rounds on social media. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I go on IG, I go on TikTok every now and then just to see what's out there. I don't know, man. The whole battle got, and we're gonna get into this conversation one day because I know Jarv has made this point in the past where like when them folks start like co-opting certain things that Kendrick does, then it becomes corny. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, Kendrick, come on, you got to come with the album before like the white people make it corny. Like I'm dead serious, man. Like they've taken these songs and like
slowly but surely.
You got a middle-aged white dude in this car, like
it's gonna be all right.
Like spitting every verse of like that, not like that, of not like us.
I'm gonna be honest. When I see them doing that, I just know they be in the car saying "nigga." I know they do.
Of course, of course. Little chorus right on the breath.
Well, one day we're gonna have a full conversation because, like that's the main gripe that a lot of people, including Job, have with To Pimp a Butterfly, and the whole movement really of the time. Where them folks kind of co-opted this shit, and it's the way I see it is like that's not really Kendrick's fault. Like them folks gonna do what them folks do, but like it doesn't. To me, it doesn't take away from the music.
Yeah,
exactly.
But that's been going on with Kendrick for a long time now, though. So
yeah, but to me, it doesn't take anything away from the music of it all. You know what I mean? Like the Euphoria, Not Like Us. Them record Meet the Grams, like somebody had posted on Twitter like, yo, how is Meet the Grams even charting that high on Billboard? Like who really has that song on repeat like that? And I'm like, bro, that's the first song I played this morning. That's got me in my right state of mind this morning when I woke up.
I don't understand.
World-renowned rapper,
underground hero. Like he's famous. He has a lot of fans.
Exactly.
You know
which really goes to that conversation that we've had where like Kendrick versus Drake is really like the Nas versus Jay-Z of this generation, because a lot of people place that sort of like underdog, more underground label on Nas when nothing could have been further from the truth. Like it's a famous ass rapper, bro, like just like Kendrick. Just because he's not as famous and doesn't have as many pop hits as the other guy doesn't make him an underground MC. Like it's crazy, you know what I mean? So yeah, of course.
Plus the fans missed him, you know what I'm saying? When you like 2 years is a long time nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Morale came out 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't really drop. He's not really a snippet freestyle guy that'll just drop random records. So like this was like what his fans have been craving for a really long time. So it's no wonder why these records are still getting spun that way. I'm sure niggas like you, Sin, have been like clamoring for this, as we all know, you know. So I'm sure there's millions of people like that who got these records on repeat. I really don't know what's the science behind this is regular shit, bro.
Well,
people like what they like.
Kendrick, because we're gonna get into that later. Like, what's like? Did you guys tap into anything? You know, beyond the rap beef?
But yeah. So I put the Kendrick on pause for a little bit. Tapped into the Mach Hommy. I was impressed. Tapped into the Rhapsody. I like the Rhapsody too. I don't know yet if I like it as much as I liked Eve. And with her, you know what I mean? It's been another one of those situations. It's been 5 whole years. She talks a lot about, you know, a lot about
it's been that long?
Yeah, 2019, bro.
Since an actual EP or like just because I'm like there was a tape not too long ago. I remember.
No,
I'm kind of tape.
Eve was the last time she dropped.
Oh, rap, yeah.
I don't think she dropped anything since then. I mean, she dropped the single with Hit Boy, but that's on the album. Okay. She didn't drop any other project and no EP or anything. Not to my knowledge.
And Rhapsody with the game was supposed to be needing, you know, so that's crazy.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. And if at some point we have the conversation about Rhapsody, like, but to me, I like the record, but like, she's not a Kendrick Lamar where she could just take 5 years off and come back and know that people are going to be clamoring for her shit. Like, she came back. The promotion's been kind of mixed. And I haven't really seen too many people talking about the Rhapsody album when I go on my Twitter timelines and everything like that. So I'm not sure how it's been received out there. I've definitely seen people talking about the Mach Hommy. Mach Hommy was dope.
A lot of good things about the Mach Hommy I'm hearing.
My favorite thing that dropped over the weekend, that Lupe Fiasco Samurai, man.
Ooh.
That Lupe Fiasco Samurai. Bro, listen, because I have to. I always feel like I have to, like, you know what I mean, break certain allegations that I have going on against me. Like, people would think that I'm like some type of Lupe hater because, you know what I mean? Like, when the Kendrick versus Lupe conversations come up, I'm like, Kendrick definitely got that. Like, you're not going to tell me Lupe. You're not going to tell me Lupe's a better artist than Kendrick Lamar, but like.
Artist, maybe not. Lyricist, no question. To me, you ask me.
I mean, that's up for debate with me. But like, but Samurai, you know what I loved about Samurai is that it sounded like it could have gone on the cool. And that's naturally my favorite era of Lupe is, you know, that 06, 07 era, Food and Liquor and the Cool. To me, to this day, you know, my 2 favorite albums from him, the first 2 albums. I know a lot of people, you know, heavy Lupe fans out there, they love that, you know, Tetsuo and Youth, was it? Tetsuo and Youth. They love that kind of era of
Lupe. Should have murals. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, murals is crazy.
It's crazy.
But as far as like, you know, full projects and as far as sound and songwriting and the musicality of it all, the first 2 albums, Food and Liquor and the Cool, you know, both of them should go crazy. You know what I mean? And this song that he just dropped, Samurai, produced by Soundtrack, the Soundtrack. You know what I mean? They've collabed a lot over the years. You know what I mean? Soundtrack was heavy on those first 2 albums. That really takes me back to that favorite era of mine of Lupe Fiasco. So right now, I really have Samurai on like repeat, honestly. But yeah, man, a lot of dope music dropped this weekend.
Yes, sir. Hi, you know, I've done my work. I've got the links where they need to go.
Yeah.
I thought the Samurai I missed the Samurai. Was that like a single? Because I'm pretty sure I saw that the album's coming out later.
It's a single off the only put one joint out off the.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not mad at that. You know, I'm again we're gonna listen to it. We're probably gonna react to it because it's Lupe. He's a spitter, and we like that. So of course we'll get into that. I think we did a reaction to his last project that I think I liked, if memory serves me right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not a person who gives Lupe. I'm not a Lupe hater, but I'm not a Lupe fan. So, you know, bear with me. But anyway, let's get into the business of it all. Hit the like button. Run the subscribes up. We had 17,000. Keep running it up. Keep running it up. The road to 20K. New York Bias 3 is coming out in June, episode 100. Make sure you lock in with that. Follow us everywhere on social media. Lock in with that. You know what I mean? And again, hit the like button. It's the freest thing that you can do. We appreciate the super chats, the cash apps, buying the merch, but the like button keeps us in business at a high tier. You know, I saw the complaints in the chat. They were saying certain things. You know what? If y'all want to ensure that y'all don't have to be bored ever, hit the like button, huh? You know what I mean? But anyway, over the weekend, Diddy,
good Lord,
Sean Combs, Love, Puff Daddy, Puffy, whatever you want to call him.
Papa Diddy Pop.
Papa Diddy Pop.
Damn it.
There were some allegations. Hashtag allegations. Shout out to the homie Macito.
Salute.
You know, and we said when he threw the bread at Cassidy immediately, we said on this pod, if he paid that money that fast, whatever they said he did that shit. Okay? Now we back here and the video drops and boy, he got a lot of temerity to even drop that apology so fast. You might have wanted to get away from the storm a little bit. We running in a whole, and it's the most Diddy thing ever. It goes back to that movie, Get Him to the Greek, when he played that character, Sergio. Sergio was Puff Daddy. In a towel, with colorful socks on, chasing down Cassie, assaulting this beautiful woman in the most heinous way. Terrible. I'm going to put it out there right now so that there's no confusion. He's finished. He could be as rich as he want to be. His sons could drop whatever diss records they want to drop. Once you out here beating up women like that, like she's a man, and with colorful socks on, I got to repeat that, he's finished. Diddy the balance. We coming to you off top. You saw this video. You're a reasonable guy. Well, what was your first reaction when you saw the CNN exclusive?
It's that you know you always talk about it, y'all. Diddy the nigga with the good heart. You know what I'm saying? Diddy the nigga that always see the good in niggas, man. I really wanted to see the good in Puff in this. You know, we heard all the rumors, we heard all the stories back in the days. We've heard all the fuck shit. But I'm like, you know what? Everybody's human. You know how it is when you got money, the whole world seemed like they're against you. Just want to give him the benefit of the doubt, man. But when he said on that 2022 BET speech, salute to Cassie for holding me down through the dark times. I didn't think this is what the dark times was, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, my heart wrenched. I feel like if you're any man, and salute to the ladies too, but if you're any man and you have like a woman in your life, like a daughter, a wife, a girlfriend, granny, mom, dukes, cousins, whatever, bro, like your heart shook a little with this shit. Like, he got kids, you know what I'm saying? He got daughters. And it just everything about the video, bro, just the comfortability the nigga had just doing what he did, like going for that, the play off the punt kick. I always say, bro, in every drama, that kick is thrown, and like every time there's a fight, bro, that kick is thrown, and it's 9 out of 10 times it missed. And we always are happy it missed because that's the kick that will give you brain damage. I don't know what that nigga was thinking, bro, but he lost his fucking mind. And I lost everything for the kid, bro. I was always the nigga like, we gotta wait out, we gotta see what happens. Indefensible, my nigga. I don't care what she did. That shit was crazy. She was on the move. She was escaping. My nigga had the bunnies on, boogie down the hallway. You know what I'm saying? In a public this is a hotel. And it made me feel like, yo, like, what's going on in the crib? If he's this comfortable, damn chest naked, running through the fucking telly. You know what I'm saying? And this is, this ain't the Motel 6. This is Puff. This shit probably like, this is high scale places. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel like this is a 26-year video. Who was holding all of this shit? Like, get security from that year on the phone to get that nigga on the phone and just figure this shit. This shit don't make no sense, bro. Like, I don't have no relation to Cass. That shit made my heart wrench. I can't imagine her kids watching this shit. She got a dude, her husband watching this shit, like family. This shit was gut wrenching, bro. This shit dead broke my heart. Like, if that was my wife, like we need 10 minutes in the room with knives. Like, we need action. Like, that shit is brutal, my nigga. Like,
that's like
this is I never seen that like that, bro. You don't expect that from your And it sucks, bro, because it's another one of our black goats, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want about Puff, but Puff he's one of the goats, my nigga. Like as far as what he did in the industry, you know what I'm saying? Acts he's produced, yes, we know about. Like I said, the whole crooked getting everybody for whatever. You know what I'm saying? Say what you want. He gave us Big, he gave us the Locks, he gave us a lot of shit. You get what I'm saying? That's just so vital to the culture, and it's crazy how we got a John Wick excommunicado this nigga now. But it is what it is. That you can't. This is indefensible, unexplainable. I don't want to hear it, bro. He's get better because that nigga's toast. No questions.
Talk to me, son.
Yeah, I mean everything Dini said, and then some times two. Disgusting, like really makes you recoil because it's like, what kind of demon did he have in him in that moment where like you pull her down, you see her on the ground and she's already like, bracing herself. You took back whatever it is that you wanted to get back from her, and then that wasn't enough, and then you let off that kick while she's down, like that. I mean, and the thing is that like we all already know on one level or another, like Puff is a scumbag. You know what I mean? So to a certain extent, it's like, all right, this kind of confirms what I already felt. But I mean, seeing it with your own two eyes on camera, like
different.
That shit is crazy. It's crazy. It's a different feeling. I also have like some questions. It's like, who had this film footage? How long were they holding on to it for?
2016, dog.
Right. Why did they only? First of all, how did it end up in CNN's hands? Like directly, straight to CNN. And then, why did it only come out after the statute of limitations had expired? Because now he can't be charged for this. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of questions. Like it confirms a lot of things that I already felt about Puff. You know what I mean? Like, and again, like Dini said, like he's an esteemed figure in hip hop
royalty,
whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? He has been an esteemed figure all of these years. There's always been that conversation of like, you know what I mean? Like, what does he actually do? Like, he's not a producer. He doesn't touch an MPC. He doesn't songwrite. He doesn't do. So what is it? But the man is responsible for a lot of the hits that we love, that we hold near and dear to our hearts to this day. So I don't know, man. This is really just the tip of the iceberg. Like, what's really going to happen from here on out? Like, is he going to get the R. Kelly treatment? You know what I mean? What's going to happen with people, the people that are closest to him? What are they going to say? I'm looking at Mary J. Blige like, yo, did you know about this shit? Because, like,
I mean, they saying the same thing about Hove too, saying that he had to have known. You know what I mean?
Listen, so it confirms a lot of things, but it also brings up a lot of questions, bro.
Yeah.
So this is really just the tip of the iceberg, right? We're really in for a roller coaster ride, man. I don't see it stopping anytime soon.
This could just be the first of many videos. Like there could be more videos. If you got a video from 2016, you may have something from 2015. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know.
Shouts to Cat Williams because he said this shit.
The year of truth.
Club Shay, man. Like there's a lot of truth going to be uncovered this year. This is a year of the truth. You know what I mean? There's God's side and then there's the other side.
Shout out to the homie Mace in the chat. You know what I mean? We look forward to having you back on the pod. I mean, this right here, hashtag allegations. Diddy was the allegations champion of 2023. And at this point, we can remove at least one allegation and confirm it as fact. There's still a whole other thing about the HT and why Homeland had to run in the crib. That's a whole other thing that we got to wait to see if it's going to be unveiled, et cetera, et cetera. But now we know proven, even though he paid the bread, so we knew what we ain't know. You feel me? But now that the video was out, and it's a point that Dini made about what happens behind closed doors. Because if you're willing to black out to that degree, to where you're running down a hall, straight up trying to punt kick Shorty, you know what I'm saying? And based on the stories we heard that other people have leaked out there about what was going on with her with the freak offs and why her head was shaven, why people got hung off the balcony, etc. All of the things that are attached to this. That means that behind closed doors, it was full on suplexes and probably weapons. Again, this is we're assuming here. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? But if you're willing to black out in the hallway, in the comforts of your own home, like we're allowed to now speculate what lengths you would go to hurt this young woman at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like this is disgusting. And again, it's like I think about the apology. Fan, when you paid the bread and the shit hit the fan, right? You said that they were trying to take you down. You said you tried to treat this like it was a smear campaign and it wasn't facts.
Time will tell.
So for all intents and purposes, you can keep your apology. Because you're lying. You were beating the fuck to the point if you paid so fast, because we're not stupid here at the Rap Roundtable. If you paid so fast,
talk about it.
If more shit hit the fan, then you tried to say it was a smear campaign. Once you paid fast, the alarms went off. And you, as a person, you know what you did. You knew you was beating her up, bro. You know you was violating her. There's a reason why Cassie has gone dark since she broke up with this guy. You hardly see Cassie on the scene since she broke up with Diddy. That's not an excuse. I feel bad for Ryan Leslie. Remember, that was his girl first. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't know what happened. I don't know how she ended up with Diddy. I don't know what transpired. Did he just, was it Mrs. Still Your Girl? Or was it a situation where Ryan Leslie got pushed out the way and his laptop was made
no, I'm saying like, the minute you said that, I connected the dots. I put two and two together. I'm like, yo,
like they got him out of here.
His laptop at that exact moment, and now he's no longer in the industry. We don't hear from him ever again. Ryan Leslie was one of the great talents in the industry, bro.
Extremely talented on all levels, all types of instrumentation.
And he just fucking, the laptop disappears and then he disappears right after.
Come on, bro. And he trying to sell apps and shit that couldn't take off. I don't know.
Stop it.
In the States, I don't know what happened in Europe, but in the States, some apps never took off. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's Ryan Leslie, bro. The minute he took Cassie, Ryan Leslie essentially got blackballed, and I'm pretty sure we were ever to get a chance to chop it up with him, he would probably say as much, because that type of, like you said, Sin, that kind of musical talent doesn't just get hushed. Yo, that man was on fire.
Yeah,
the singing, the
beat, Cassie.
That video of him hopping from keyboard to keyboard,
doing the addiction joint,
playing every melody,
ridiculous.
Like, one take on everything. That man was a beast, man.
Skills, bro.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you think about all of these things, I feel for Cassie at this point, bro, because it's like, you know what? We live on Earth. We understand this. There's good people. There's bad people everywhere. Like, we're not gonna put our head in the sand because niggas is rich. Quite frankly, a lot of times the richest motherfuckers be the worst ones, because the more bread you get, the higher up you get in America or on this planet, you got to do some dirt to get there, unless you hit the lottery. Yeah. But if you get to that much money, you did some dirt along the way. But it's like beating up women. Like, I ain't going for that. If you got beat up, like, y'all need to come forward right now. Like, that's where I'm at with it, B. Because it's like, this is nasty work. You know, I'm not with the conspiracy theories and this person's next and that person's next. Based on what we see and what we know, you assaulted this woman, and it's like there's questions about him not going to jail behind it. He's in Miami right now. There's people saying, like we've seen in the chat, he's a Fed, he's this, and that's why. I mean, all I know is that somebody had the video, to Sid's point, to Dini's point, in 2016, and it goes to show you the kind of country we live in. Now we getting political, but I got to say it. You held on to that video for 8 years, and when y'all get mad at me when I say everybody has a price. No, this video didn't come out because it was a good person who stumbled across it.
Right.
Their price was finally met, and the video was purchased and put out. I hate this for Cassie. I hope she speaks up. And it's other allegations based on Kim Porter that, you know what I mean, that they were saying certain things. And this was in real time. So it's so surprising, Sam, how much people really don't know the amount of allegations attached to Puff. They get really surprised every time this shit happens. You know what I mean? We've been hearing this shit for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Listen, so look, this is where I'm at with it right now. Somebody the other day just randomly asked me about Jaguar Wright and what I think of him. And she's been spouting all this shit, all these types of theories and allegations for many, many years, including the Puff and Kim relationship and what might have transpired there. And we've always looked at Jaguar Wright like, yo, she kind of crazy. She kind of a loose cannon, like, I don't know. But the more and more we learn about Puff, the more I'm like, yo, like the way Kim just suddenly passed away and she was supposed to be dropping a tell-all book. It's man.
Yeah, Jaguar's out there, but even a broken clock is right twice a day. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take at least some of the shit she's saying into account.
Like, it's bad times, man. It's bad times. It's dark times right now, bro.
So now, so let me ask you this, Dean. With this whole thing with Puff's son dropping a diss record right before the shit hit the fan, how crazy does the Combs family look? And they just Puff, it's the whole family.
That's like, you know how Batman, when he falling down, he pull out the grappling gun and he's shooting, that shit always catch on to something. That's all that was, bro. But the shit, it ain't clamped. You dig? That nigga's dead. He's going down still. So it's slow. What I really think all this shit is low key, like, you remember when Puff started fucking with Ciroc, like back in the days, and like, you know, Puff was already like that nigga in that sense, but like, you know, the liquor just always just send you to a different level. And you know, unfortunately, since niggas don't produce alcohol, you had to go to somebody else for that. You get what I'm saying? So now you tied up with these people. You're not producing this shit yourself. You basically, they making everything. You the nigga whose face is on it. And now because this shit is moving crazy units, you thinking this is my product because there's my face behind it. So you come in, you want to renegotiate shit. Them niggas might not be fucking with your renegotiations. You might be pressing harder. They might be like, yo, take it easy, my nigga. Pump your brakes. Like, we doing what we doing. This is the way it is. That's when Puff supposedly sued niggas. I don't know if you remember, Puffy had a lawsuit against the Ciroc distributors. You get what I'm saying? Now, that just don't seem kind of convenient. You got a lawsuit against liquor niggas, and all of a sudden, you know, we got videos of you in DEFCON 5. Like, that shit is you playing with, you bit the hand that fed you, possibly. You get what I'm saying? It's a possibility. I mean, you play with the right people.
There's talks that this whole thing spiraled out of control after he kind of went at the people or the powers that be at Ciroc, and they might have pushed the red button proverbially, you know. And it's like, I want to say
we're just
of course,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, and you know, all the CIA and the federal allegations, we really can't speak to that as a podcast because one, it'll be irresponsible. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We could say what we heard. I see y'all in the chat talking about it. But in case y'all ask why we're not addressing it, it's because we don't know. We still got to be responsible because this show is recorded. And at a later date, our motherfucker can pull this receipt and say, well, you said, and we just don't know. But if y'all feel that, and y'all got evidence it's not Jaguar Right to support, why y'all believe he's with the CIA or he's a Fed, please hit us on Instagram, send it to our DM, or you can email it to us at the Rap Roundtable 1994 at gmail.com. Send us what you got so we can see what it is. But if it's bullshit or it's questionable, please don't send it. You know,
keep it.
But it's like this is nasty work, and I hate this for the culture because it's like Sin said, this is Diddy said it too. This is one of our pillars. This is the person who helped create a sound and an aesthetic for a time that we hold dearly in our city and nationwide. So it's like to put it this way, to basically for him to just now be rinsed. I'm kind of salty, Sin. I don't know how to feel about having to wash Diddy from the history books.
Well, for one, we hold them dearly to a certain extent. You know what I mean? We hold them at different levels, I think. There's certain people that I don't know. They might have been like, yo, we try to tell you all along. Like, did Puffy, ruined hip hop. I seen a tweet from the producer Marco Polo, like he didn't mince his words at all. He was like, Puff ruined hip hop. You know what I mean? Good riddance. And fuck him. You know what I mean? And fuck him and you know everything he stood for. I'm paraphrasing, of course, like you know what I mean, but like he definitely said like Puff ruined hip hop. So there's you know different segments of people that have different feelings towards Puff. Again, Puff for me, you know what I mean, Biggie, the hand he had with Mary J, Mace to a certain extent, Black Rob, the Locks, obviously, but we all you know we're all privy to the
the creative direction is there. Do what you want,
I mean?
but the
so like
it was definitely a part.
So it was definitely a mixed bag. He also brought us the band and what was the girl singing group?
Danity Kane.
Danity Kane.
It was Dirty Money.
So,
there's a few pieces.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few clunkers in there. There was a few times that I was like, yo, Puff is really like
Kane, remember Kane?
Right now. Kane. Yo, yeah, I brought him up the other day. I was like, yo, a few. That was on the Puff. That was crazy. So you know, it was definitely a mixed bag, but like,
yeah,
you know, the Biggies, the Black Robs, the Loxes, the Mary J's, like that. These are you know pillars in our culture, man. And I seen a video the other day where somebody was like, they filmed themselves going into Spotify and selecting the option to not play this artist again. They went to Puff's page. It was like, do not play this artist ever again. And some people feel that way, and I'm like, yeah. To me, I'm like, that's kind of easy because it's like that's just Puff's page.
Right?
Are you blocking Biggie? Are you blocking Mary J. Blige? Are you blocking the Locks? Like 112 total.
A lot of great music in them hills, man. Say what you want. Say what you want.
Now, last but not least, before we move on to another topic, only because you know me, I'm naturally a skeptic, and I raise my eyebrow at certain things. Do we feel a way about CNN dropping this video on a Saturday as opposed to waiting until Monday when the news cycle is really heating up? Like a Saturday afternoon drop is a little crazy to me personally.
Vulture's vulturing. That's what I thought it was.
I don't even know how to feel about that. I'll be honest. Like I don't pay attention to the news cycle, like the CNNs and the Foxes and all that. Like, you know what I mean? Like at a certain point, I cut the cord. You know what I mean? I have my streaming services. Right. I go online to, you know, check on the news, but like, you know what I mean? To me, it was just like honestly, it was kind of like a normal weekend. Like I was just on Twitter and the video dropped and I was like, oh shit. But it never dawned on me like what day it actually dropped. Like that's not a thought that I had. So I don't know.
And considering like the severity of the whole shit, you know, it just kind of like, you know, but not to mention CNN's never took a chance to like kick a brother while he's down, you know, not to mention, but the fact that he put himself in that down to be kicked position is his fault. But CNN's never said, you know what, let's hold off bashing niggers to like, that's not really anything, you know what I'm saying? So he was gonna get the smoke regardless. I mean, if anyone needed to get the smoke on Saturday, it would be for this, man. This shit is reprehensible, man.
Yeah,
it's tricky. You know, it's very tricky.
Hold on, do we have a Danity Kane fan in the midst?
What?
Hold on, let's see if I can post it. Oh yeah, Danity Kane was so good. Nobody knew what. I don't know if they're being sarcastic or not. I hope K Nicole, you know, let us know. Are you being sarcastic?
She might have fucked with them.
You never know. Mesito in the chat. Yeah, well, that makes sense too. If you, as we always say, if you ain't first, you last. Shout out to Ricky Bobby. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's move on to. I feel like the people here want to talk about music. We got the Diddy talk out the way. You know what I mean? Let's talk a little music. But again, on your way. If you didn't hit that like button yet, you're doing bad. Hit the like button. Run them numbers up for us, please. Absolutely. Kendrick Lamar. Gotta be
Yeah.
the most talked about artist in rap in quite a long time. And I want to preface this by saying this because, you know, it's getting to a point now where people have chosen their sides. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I get it. I completely understand if you decide to side with Drake or Kendrick. Like, we know what it is.
Okay, let's talk about it. No. Let's talk about it real quick.
Hold on. I got a point. I got a point to make before.
Do we understand siding with Drake in this battle? Like, in terms of like,
no. What I'm saying is, if you're a Drake fan and you decide to, that's your favorite, and you standing with that man regardless, I understand. That's all I'm saying. But okay. I'm calling out Mad Max specifically because it's like
Maxie.
This campaign that he's been on the past couple of weeks about people celebrating Kendrick too much. You know, Drake didn't lose. Drake had the better bars. Notice the past few episodes, Mad Max hasn't been in our chat because he's mad that we moved on and it's clear that Kendrick won. He's running around across the street and he's running around the corner to niggas who don't like Kendrick to get his feelings off. And I want to say, Mad Max, you know, for a person who talks as much as you do and you be as loud as you do, you're a sucker. And I want y'all to carry that message. Y'all have said Mad Max is a sucker for getting emotional over some rap shit in this battle.
On Twitter too.
Yeah, Maxie.
Trolling on Twitter.
All the
trolling
time.
On Twitter. Shadow watching here. Jumping on the platform across the street just to get his feelings off. I'm very disappointed. And for you to be that loud about your takes, to be this emotional, Mad Max, you're a sucker, and I'm disappointed in you. But anyway, Kendrick Lamar.
We let you get your takes off over here, man.
Absolutely.
We celebrate them, bro.
I already know, Andre. You know what I mean? He said that Mad Max is on there Mad Max across the street right now. I already know that. That's what I'm saying. He's going to a safe space. Remember, we always talk about confirmation bias. He's going to a safe space to get his biases confirmed. You're a sucker, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say that. Don't think you're gonna try to talk your way onto our platform because I just call you a sucker on there too. Wait, I really don't want to talk to you.
To confirm his bias, are they saying that Drake won over there?
No, but they Kendrick slanderers over there. That's what they do.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean?
It's a rough crowd. It's the Kendrick slanderers.
Yeah, I go. You know what I'm saying? But consider raps.
I'm there. So I visit that bar sometimes. I visit that bar. I go there for drinks sometimes.
Let's stay focused.
I visit that location. All right, you happy?
Let's stay focused.
Shouldn't we?
He stops in every now and then.
Yeah. Everybody knows your name.
Diddy might as well go across the street too, quite frankly. Yeah, I'm sure they'd love to have you. Yeah, I mean,
help needed.
He stopped in to check in, like, okay,
just peeked in, make sure everything was cool. You know what I'm saying? You know
is that
everything's in order?
Is that Family Matters I hear playing in the background? I think I like this.
Make sure the drinks is ice cold.
You know what I mean?
Oh no!
Oh, they got some pre-rolls here too. Oh
yeah, you know,
I like it here.
Couple pretty ladies that talking my language, man.
You know what I mean? Eric G said Max super chats nowhere to be found. That's what I'm saying. Like, we see it. Mad Max took his money to where he could get the Kendrick slander off.
Maxie, don't do that.
Kendrick Lamar is reaping the benefits of victory.
No question.
Albums are showing back up on the chart. Singles are going #1. Sincere the Rap Snob, how are you feeling about this wave of positivity that surrounds Kendrick, the new chosen one, apparently?
You know, I really hate this, man, because like, no, what are you talking about? How am I feeling about this? What kind of question is that? I love this time. This is what a time to be alive, bro.
It's a sense time, man.
Bro, I just hit y'all in the group chat. I was like, yo, you know what I mean? Lupe's back on the cool vibe. We getting a Common and Pete Rock album this week, and Kendrick is on top of the fucking charts. I am loving this time. I'm looking at the charts right now. Not Like Us, #1. Euphoria, #3. Like That, #6. That's 3 songs above the nearest Drake song, which is Family Matters at 7. Now, let me be clear about this. Before people start, before Mad Max comes in here and starts trying to bait me into some bullshit, the charts are the last thing that I care about, honestly. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep the same energy till the day that I die. The charts don't dictate nothing for me. You know what I mean? In terms of what I like, in terms of what I think is impactful, in terms of what I think is quality music. But there's a certain poetry to Kendrick having 3 songs outcharting Drake, who is the Billboard darling. You know what I mean? In the battle, from songs that came from this battle. So not only did, even before the charts hit, not only did we witness Kendrick out rapping Drake, I'm saying it, he out rapped Drake. He made better records than Drake. He out concepted Drake. He out strategized Drake. He out clubbed Drake, and now he's out charting Drake, bro. That's it. That's 6, but that's as many rings as Mike got. By my count, Kendrick is the GOAT. I'm not trying to hear nothing else, bro.
Whoa, what?
Kendrick is the GOAT.
Wow,
the GOAT?
GOAT of all time. Words of all time.
Hold on now.
No. Modern day. Let's keep it modern day. Modern day of the generation.
Whoa.
MD GOAT.
Modern generation.
Because you know you about to cause a whole other shit story.
Yeah, take it easy. Take it easy.
I understand.
You know what I mean? I like that you preface it by saying that you got to keep the same energy because we've been doing this thing. We've been doing this dance for a while. Because I was gonna say, like, are you sure you're okay with all the commercial appeal that Kendrick Lamar is getting right now, as you know, the top guy of the moment? You know what I mean? But you said that you got to keep the same energy. You don't necessarily care about that, but it does in fact feel good.
This is the 6th notch on the list. You know what I mean? So
now you know
I'll take it.
Diddy, what do you think about this run that he's on? You know, the fact that you keep bringing up the 5-year gap, and then the album with the 5-year gap is back charting again.
It's
you know
cooking.
I mean? Like,
you got to give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? He was the absolute showman throughout this whole endeavor. You know, out Drake in a few instances. You know, but like I said, like at the end of the day, to quote your boy, we will be all right. You know what I'm saying? You said your man got the top few joints. Drake is still on there with a 7 and a 12. You know what I'm saying? This isn't Ja Rule. You dig? This is just like your man's ahead right now because he obviously outperformed him in the battle. Thing, you know, water settles, my nigga. Like it's his time right now. You get what I'm saying? When the time will come back, the water settle, and it's getting warm. This is the light-skinned boy's time. As it gets warm, this is the time he showed and improved. So we're gonna see what he do. Now, if Drake don't show up for the summer, I might have to like say you got it. You get what I'm saying? But I think this is just bide your time, take it easy, get some music. Let him, mind you, all these charting songs at the end of the day are still because this is Drake involved. You get what I'm saying? Not to say Kendrick.
Here we go.
Listen. Let me talk.
Nah. We're not gonna talk. You know what I mean? Because this is the shit I be talking about, B. Like you be doing so good, and then you say some bullshit right after. Like Kendrick Lamar ain't one of them. But you know what? You're right. It's a free country. Go ahead, Dini.
Who said he ain't one of them? If Nas took his time when Hov dissed him and Nas came back and Nas had a bunch of joints on the number 1, we wouldn't say that's because
we didn't say that for Nas.
I'm not. But we didn't. The other records went number 1. He didn't have like it wasn't Billboard related or for like Takeover and fucking Super Ugly.
It wasn't streaming yet. Wait, hold on.
That's okay. It was a different time. You're right. It's a different time.
Major Look came out. We ain't say thanks to Jay-Z. We got Major Look. So
you're right. That's not what. Listen to what I'm saying though. We got a lot of great records out of that. We got Major Look. We got Last Real Nigga Alive. You get what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is these crediting Jay-Z with that? No, because that's not what the primary song is about. He mentions him in the song, but this run was primarily directed at one nigga, was it not though? Like it was. I'm not taking credit away from Kendrick. I'm not saying he don't deserve his spot. I'm just saying Drake is involved in this. That's all I'm saying. He's involved.
I could step in real quick. Pusha T didn't go number one with Adidan.
Absolutely not.
Meek didn't go number one with what was that record he dropped with the anyway. Yeah, like this is because of Kendrick's star power. Now
the record's hit too. The record's hit.
We have to understand that we've never had the last time two superpowers collided like this in the ring was Nas and Jay-Z. Like over 20 years ago, way before the streaming era. You know what I mean? We've had some battles in the streaming era. It was Meek and Drake. Meek did not have the star power of Drake. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It was Pusha T and Drake. Pusha T, we know, does not have the star power of Drake, and also was not officially put on any DSPs or any platform. So, this is the first time that we see two superpowers both dropping on all platforms, going at it. You know what I mean? And so naturally, whoever makes the better records is going to get the most spins. Is that not the case?
Not taking that away from that. He's getting the spins because the music is good. I'm just saying the contents around the music is the disses. You get what I'm saying? I'm not taking away from his ability. I'm not taking away from his thing. I'm not taking away. You get what I'm saying? I'm just stating the fact though.
So what's the point? What's
by
the point
stating
of
the
that
fact
point?
you're inherently taking away. You're taking points off.
What's the point of saying that? That's my question.
That kind of matters a little.
Drake landed at number 7. If Drake's records was so fire.
So here's the thing, like Sid made a strong point. If this stimulus is so Drake related, why didn't Pusha T get that same stimmy? Why didn't Meek get that same stimmy? Why is it only Kendrick who's getting that stimmy? If the stimmy is gonna stimmy, then it's gonna stimmy universally. So to say that you're gonna get at to Drake for Kendrick when Kendrick is the bigger Kendrick's audience base, you could combine Meek and Pusha T's and they still probably don't clear Kendrick. Then I can't.
There's different levels of stimmy though, bro. You get what I'm saying?
But you making my point now, Dini. Because again, the smaller act would benefit more than the bigger act. What do you mean, bro?
Okay, I see what you mean as far as overall lower right, but was the records were good records. I like. Don't get me wrong, Push to his record, but that's something you want to hear on the radio. You get what I'm saying? Is it? I love Adidan as a record, as a diss record, but am I like, yo, Hot 97, play Adidan? I'm not doing that. You can actually play these Kendrick records.
He had a whole album out when the battle happened, right? But based on my knowledge, it's almost dry without any Drake disses, streamed and sold better than the previous album did with the Drake disses. So if it's stimmy, then it has to stimmy universally. What's happening here right now is Kendrick Lamar is a household name going against another household name. And his fans in unison stood up. There was somebody in the chat. I forget their name, but I didn't think we was going to get there. But they said that he rallied a cancel culture mob against Drake. Yes. And I think that we're seeing, me personally, I think that what we saw is that the Kendrick fans really rally behind their favorite. Look, we during the process of our coverage of the battle, we got in trouble a couple of times because those Kendrick fans felt like we were saying the wrong thing, or we felt we were just speaking our truth. Then the dislikes started to rain on our videos. That mob of Kendrick fans was mobbing everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
And then you got the people, and we gotta call it what it is. We got the people who just don't like Drake.
Drake is a lot,
but they lean into the Drake dislike. So a guy like Kendrick, the perfect opponent for Drake,
benefited.
Shows up, and they chose their avatar.
Yeah, doesn't Drake have a bigger mob? That's my thing. Because
I mean, a bigger mob, a bigger hate mob too, bro.
You want to get into this? Because I've been thinking about this all weekend. I think
I'm saying.
All right,
like,
I'm gonna get in
if you
trouble.
go back, like, look,
Talk about
like,
it. That's what we do here.
I'm not one to run to the Spotify monthly listeners, right? Like some people do
Right.
that. I don't do that. You know what I mean? But in this whole battle, everything, all aspects of it has been talked about.
Well,
and
here's
come to
what
the
I'm gonna say, Sin. Here's what I'm gonna say.
and Drake has like double.
Hold on. Don't bury the lead, Sin. Let me get this take off.
All right.
Good.
I think what we saw that doesn't get reported enough during the battle, but it gets reported about often, is the fact that it's the caliber of the fan bases. Kendrick Lamar, as we know, I don't care to hear any argument against it. He has a lot of heads in his fan base, and they live for shit like this. There's a lot of sinceres in Kendrick Lamar's fan base, right? But you go to Drake, ladies don't kill me. There's a lot of ladies. I'm pretty sure if you did a pie chart, there's more women who are Drake fans than males who are Drake fans. And in that regard, when you get into a rap battle, niggas, the ladies is not getting in the comment section going to war about bars how niggas are.
Especially if the opposition makes catchy music, then you're really smoked, bro.
Some girls tried, but the shit that they were saying leaned a little more. Some of the comments I read, I want to be clear. Some of the comments that I read leaned more into the gossipy nature of it, as opposed to bar breakdowns and entendre breakdowns. And it's difficult to have a mob of niggas get active for you when the heads is not in your pocket the way the angry heads, the real niggas was in the clip. You know what I mean?
Culture heads.
A lot of Drake fans, I'm not putting a gender on it.
They not heads. They're not even culture, bro.
A lot of Drake fans.
The casuals, a lot of them.
A lot of Drake fans were out of their depths talking about this battle.
Let's talk about it.
You know
and there's a lot of switch siders too. There was a lot of switch siders. Like, you know what? They're right. I'm gonna go listen to this guy over here because all the people are galvanized behind him. There was a lot of that too. There's a lot.
The problem. You can't have conversations with niggas when your favorites is battling when you don't even know how to have that conversation.
And plus Drake is the nigga you love to hate. So any sign of anything that brings him down, a lot of people just gonna support outright, bro. Like, it is what it is.
Yo,
imagine
the amount of people the amount of people I've seen. The two things: the amount of people I've seen that have said, "Oh, I got to go back and do the knowledge on this Kendrick Lamar discography." After this battle, you know what I mean? So this is sort of like their introduction into Kendrick Lamar. They might not have been, they might have been big, they might have not been big on Kendrick Lamar before this. Pause. The other thing is, I lost my train of thought. So continue.
And then imagine you have the situation where there's a Kendrick fan talking about some sextuple entendre that Kendrick dropped, and then the Drake fan is saying, "But what about Dave Free and the baby?" Like, we're having two different conversations. You know what I mean?
Right.
Talk about it.
Like I said last week, I didn't realize that this was a battle well beyond rap for a lot of people. For us, it was just the two biggest names. This is the big pay-per-view fight. This is our Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight we've been fiending for. This is our Mayweather versus Pacquiao we've been fiending for. We wasn't looking at all the peripheral shit that, you know what I'm saying? That people was more locked in on than we were. We were just focused on the music. You know, like free. This is what I'm saying. Like, Free's here. Like, he's with 2 3s out. Let me get that comment. He said Drake made the better diss and song. Drake, you know what I mean? There's people who they dying on that hill, and I gotta respect it. But
I just remembered the other thing. The amount of people that I've seen that have gone back to do the knowledge on the back and forths over the year, right?
Yeah.
And coming out and saying, "Oh man, I didn't realize this has been a Cold War for like 10 years." Like, so there's a lot
remember that dude that made the playlist in? Dude that made a playlist with all the responses, shit's like 3 hours long, each response back and forth. So it's out there, y'all. The full on response Drake Kendrick beef 3 hours long playlist. Somebody made it. It's out there.
And that's why, again, I was so locked into that I didn't realize like the people on the Kendrick side, and Sid, I want you to speak to this. Some people feel like Kendrick fans are elitists who cannot be spoken to. And I've told you that about how you feel about Kendrick personally. I mean, so what do you say to that y'all just insufferable, y'all too elitist, and yet not to be reasoned with on these matters.
Sim about to raise the glass with the pinky.
There you go. There you go.
Pinky, Sim.
Fucking
I dig it. The coffee shop is undefeated.
Bro, I'm telling you, when you're fully, I like to throw the whole like the frequency thing around as a running joke, but like it's only half a joke. Like when you tap into a certain frequency and you're locked in and you're like, oh no, like this guy is different from anybody else in the game right now, and it's only a matter of time before everybody else catches up to the frequency that I'm tapping into and that I witness and that I see. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get the jokes, I'm gonna get the slander, I'm gonna be called a glazer, a stan, all that. I gotta take it. Pause. But this battle is this is what it everybody was able to bear witness to what I've been saying for like mad long. And so like, yeah, we are gonna, I told y'all like ahead of time, like I'm gonna be insufferable for the next foreseeable future. Cause
me to the chat.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Mace Cook.
The people chose Kendrick. We can't debate what we clearly see.
Yeah.
Next big album, a classic though. All right, so sounds like Mace is conceding. You know what I mean? I respect that.
87-13 is hard to battle against, you know what I'm saying?
87-13 was the whole internet. It was it was on our pod, but it was the whole internet.
That was the world, I know.
You got
it was rough.
That was like 08 Obama.
There's the other aspect. There's the other aspect of it. Hold on, there's the other aspect of it of like all the OVO fan and stan accounts, including ACT, who are working double time to try to discredit Kendrick somehow. The latest thing at Academics TV posted was something about, Kendrick Lamar wearing high heels because he wears like, thick sole boots. Like, it's crazy. So like when you see the reaction to the outcome of the battle, and you see how all of these accounts, all of these fan accounts are crashing out and trying to find some way to discredit Kendrick. You don't see that from the other side, man, because we know we won.
Ooh, talk your shit. Well, speaking about winning, and we won. Lil Yachty says that Drake, in fact, did not lose, nor did he win. Now, you know what? I'll put it to you like this. There's a lot of people who are not familiar with how we might feel about old Yaster. You know what I mean? I could not give much of a fuck about Lil Yachty. I can't stand that guy. I feel like Lil Yachty is the representation of everything that we need to remove from the culture. His rapping is bad. All the young people who think his music is good, you guys can go too. Like this, he's not a talented rapper. Maybe he has a good ear for beats, but there's a lot of niggas who can't rap who could pick a good beat. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't do anything at a high level. He's extremely thin-skinned when it comes to the criticisms. Granted, Joe Budden did go in on him, but Joe Budden felt the need to go in him because the powers that be kept pushing. He's been one of the most heavily pushed artists from day one without the rapping talent in rap history. So I'm not mad at anything Joe Budden had to say. QC could be mad about that, but he's not good. It ain't like he's Quavo or Rest in Peace Takeoff or Offset, niggas who really do this rap shit at a high level. Say what you want about the Migos. I think they rap at a high level. You know what I mean? They just do it differently for what we might like or what you might like. This guy is not good. Then he's bringing in people who are also not good, like that Caribou character as an example. Just whack, bringing in more whack. So when he says that
intravenous whackness.
So when he comes to the table and says that Drake didn't lose,
a wacky conception.
The guy who curated what might be Drake's worst album, you know what I mean? To the point that we had to get the Scary Hours right away. You know what I mean? I don't care about anything Lil Yachty has to say. But he says that he didn't lose, and the people decided before the battle started that Kendrick would win. Since they're the rap snob, you're talking to Yachty now. What do you have to say in response to his take?
Listen, I'm pretty sure I've kicked you off my lawn at least once, possibly multiple times. This is just gonna have to be another launching off of my lawn. Get the entire fuck out of here with he didn't lose or win. Like, what kind of statement is that? So what the fuck happened then? It was a tie? It wasn't no goddamn tie. And shouts to Mace, because Mace I know was on here talking about they tied up after the hard part 6. It's been enough time.
I love it, Mace.
Since the hard part 6, it ain't no goddamn motherfucking tie. Get the fuck out of here. So I don't know what the fuck Yachty's talking about other than trying to be another yes man for Drake. That's the last thing this motherfucker needs, right? And look, we've talked about this with Kanye. We have to have this conversation with Drake at this point. You have too many yes men around your circle. Yachty is one of them. Get all of these yes men out from around you. Get some real friends. Get some people that are going to tell you the truth. Get some people that are going to tell you, hey, look, saying you're too big and you're too rich to be a weirdo, that's probably not the best bar to drop on your last fucking diss track. Like, get some people to tell you, hey, look, all that shit that you spit at The Weeknd and Future and Rick Ross and A$AP Rocky, you probably want to spit that at Ken. He's the problem right now. Stay focused on the goal. Nobody in your circle told you that shit, not even Yachty. So get some real friends. Get some real friends in your circle.
I'm weak.
Because Yachty's not one of them. He's not telling you the truth. You lost, bro. And you told me to speak to Yachty. I'm speaking to Drake. Drake lost. Yachty should tell you the truth about that shit.
And Dini, you know, I know that you probably are in camp with Yachty and you agree that Drake didn't lose, but at the same time, maybe I could be wrong and maybe you don't agree with Yachty. I don't know. But based on your history, how we've been tracking this, I feel like you were in the room with Yachty for that interview and you were nodding your head and applauding at the same time. So what do you have to say to Yachty saying that Drake didn't lose, the people decided before the battle started that Kendrick would win, and therefore Drake didn't lose nor did he win?
As I discussed earlier, a broken clock can be right twice a day. There were some things he said that were accurate. There were some things that he said that were inaccurate. First of all, it coming from Yachty in general just kind of like invalidates everything. It just kind of just pushes everything out the window, and you just have to go and decide for yourself. Did Drake not lose? He's smoking rocks. Obviously, if you look at the charts are showing you somebody won, somebody lost. That's his man's. You get what I'm saying? Like you said, tell him the truth. Maybe he's telling the truth behind doors, and this is just like something he got to do in front of the camera. But there's no one who's watching this like, you absolutely didn't take this. When you look at how the whole shit is played out, when you look at how the whole thing has played out, you may never get that. This is the industry. You know what I'm saying? But people know, unless it's on video camera from 2016 and somebody got in the stash. But people don't admit to shit like that unless they backed into a corner. Drake's his man's. He's not gonna outright say Drake got smoked. That's not gonna happen. At the end of the day, he is correct though. He is going to be on the end of everyone's playlist at the end of the year. That part of what Yachty said is true. He still will be on your Spotify playlist. He's still gonna make his money. He's still gonna do what he do. This is a big thing for us in hip hop because we love this shit. But in life, as far as the setback, there's no restaurant that's not serving this nigga because Kendrick won the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what does that have to do with anything, bro?
What I'm saying is, I'm saying that to say this. Like, as far as what Yachty has to say, it shouldn't be taken into consideration because that's his man, number one. So you shouldn't really take that in and of itself. But what he still could be saying something correct though. I thought those things were correct. I thought the Drake success will not be stopped. I thought at the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar will be the nigga that he is. You know what I'm saying? No one forgot Kendrick Lamar was nice. You get what I'm saying? They just needed to see this happen. And now that this has happened, it's back to square one, to Yachty. You get what I'm saying? Not to us. But I can't be mad at Yachty for feeling the way he feels. That's Yachty. Do we think Yachty's a genius? No. Do we think Yachty's the most sophisticated nigga in the room? No. We think he's a nigga that just knows what to do in the right situation with music when put around the right people. I'm sure he has a lot to do with the success Drake has had over the few years with the fucking Southern sound. I'm sure he's been a part of a lot of those things. You get what I'm saying? But as far as this, I thought what he said made sense. Don't take the loss part. Just take as far as outcome at the end of the battle. and what's going on today. I think that's what he was speaking on. At the end of the day, rich niggas going to vouch for the nigga with money. The nigga who we still eat good. That's basically what he said in the interview. If you seen the whole thing,
bro.
that's what he said.
You're upsetting me. I don't think I've ever been this upset with Diddy on this podcast.
What?
And because I'm
like you, 5 bros.
Like you really just got me mad, and I'm trying to compose
I can't be. I'm not mad at the nigga. I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm not mad at him.
You know what? This is when the time when we was in the studio, I could get the drop and I could play Lord Jamar mad times because it's like,
oh my god,
all of our Lord Jamar drops right now. The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Because who is this guy? Where did he come from? And why is he somebody that people think we should fuck with? Get rid of this guy. Like, because
you got those memorized.
Because I've had to use it on you so many times. You know what I mean? Now, Sin gets the other. He gets the second Lord Jamal.
Which one?
To get rid of this guy.
I get a fair amount.
You know what I mean? Yo. This is what I talk about when I say that America suffers with this second place trophy energy. When you get into a battle, right? In rap, in other sports, boxing you can draw. Hockey, matter of fact, there's no more draws in hockey. You could probably draw in soccer. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. There ain't no ties in no rap battle. There's a winner, there's a loser. The whole thing I think the last part got me the most upset about the rich nigga part. Because Kendrick is not fucking poor. So the rich angle don't even make sense here. There's 2 rich niggas.
I don't think that's what he said it for. To say like one nigga's gonna be starving, one nigga's gonna be rich.
The rich nigga is gonna side with the rich nigga, but the rich nigga lost to another rich nigga. So what difference does that make? The people side, many people sided with one rich nigga over another rich nigga. So the rich angle don't add up to me personally. You know what I'm saying? To say that.
Let me just when I say rich nigga, I don't mean the choices between Kendrick and Drake as the rich nigga. I'm just talking about as far as
about their money, Dini. This battle had nothing to do with bread.
This battle had nothing to do with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of the culture, my nigga.
But they didn't talk about money, so why are we counting their pockets?
I'm talking specifically for Yachty, from Yachty's perspective.
That's the point here. The take is ass. Much like his music is ass.
Okay.
Everything that come out of Yachty's mouth to me is ass. Like this is terrible. This is terrible. Like everybody knew Drake was gonna be okay coming out. I think we said it on the podcast that he was gonna be okay.
Okay.
After this battle, because again, Drake didn't curate a fan base of hip hop heads who live and die with wins and losses. The way we can argue about Jay-Z and Nas, we're gonna be arguing about Jay-Z and Nas until we're 80 plus because we're heads. Drake curated a fan base of people who like his music and will live and die with him via his celebrity. But they don't care if he loses. They didn't care when the blackface thing happened. They didn't care when Adidas happened. They just didn't care. So it's like I'm not worried about Drake's curating. I think, like I said, maybe last week, he needs to chill for a second before he comes back outside. Let this blow over, or he got to come out swinging. And you can't tap dance at those subs anymore at this point with Kendrick. You're either gonna move on, drop a little club record, and you know what I'm saying, and shimmy your shoulders.
It's gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? Find out what Shiggy doing, get a new dance, something.
Stop.
Find somebody new to colonize, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody new to colonize.
That's different.
Or you're gonna come back outside scrapping. And don't get passive aggressive because he did this. You know what it is? I listened to Duppy the other day, and his approach to Duppy was the same approach to the Hot Part 6. The passive aggressive bedroom voice at the end of the song. No aggression. No, y'all niggas got me fucked up. At no point did he say all of you niggas got me fucked up. He said, "Oh well, you know, and if you want to rap, you know, you want to talk facts. Oh, I didn't want to do this. I'll send the invoice. You owe me money. Like, stop doing that. Put the bedroom voice away, and really scrap. Get aggressive. You're an actor, Drake. So if anybody can know how to pretend to be something, it's Drake. So go in there, find your new character. You already got the braids. Grow the beard out a little bit more. Practice your tough voice in the mirror and come back outside and fight some more, or make a club record and move on. That's all I'm gonna say. But for Yachty, it's like I don't want to hear from him. I don't want to hear from him. If Yachty got a rap beef right now, would he win? No, he wouldn't win. What does he know?
I can't imagine Yachty in a rap
What does he
beef.
know? He didn't lose.
I don't need that in my life, man.
He didn't lose, bro. Every time you speak,
That was cap.
I can't sit there, Lil Yachty. Of course he would say that. The guy responsible for sonically Drake's worst album, he's nuzzled himself ever so gracefully next to Drake. I can't stand this guy, bro.
Not nuzzled.
I really
Nuzzle, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
I can't tell you the last time I heard that word.
J-Mar asked this question and he said, "Oh, what's the difference between someone like Yachty and 21 Savage?"
Don't do that, bro.
You telling me the bars that much different?
That's criminal.
Don't do that, man.
We not
Sonics, lyricism. I know a lot of niggas don't see as 21 as lyrics, but as far as in comparison to Yachty, that nigga's Nas.
Listen, when I tell you, Yachty does not have a pocket. Like he's not even anywhere close to a pocket musically.
Yachty's pocket is no pocket.
21 Savage, he might not give you the like multi-syllabic dexterity, but he's gonna hit that pocket, bro.
He got a pocket, man.
He's gonna hit the pocket. Yachty is just like all over the place. Like it's so night and day to me. I don't understand how y'all comparing the two. It's crazy.
And I want to be clear about something when it comes to that comparison. To me, 21 Savage and Lil Yachty, you could basically say, for all intents and purposes, they're elementary level rappers when it comes to the construction of their raps, the words. Before we get into everything else, their lyricism is very simple. The syllables are very simple. In some cases, the syllables, the multi-syllabic shit don't exist. I know 21 tries. He tries every now and again to sneak a couple syllables here and there, and I respect it for that. But it's like, when I listen to 21 Savage, I actually believe that he's trying to curate music that sounds good. And I enjoy it. Because again, I always say this, and we talked about it in episode 97. Everybody's not nice. Everybody's not super dope. There's whack niggas lyrically that we all fuck with. And 21 Savage is one of them whack lyrical dudes that I like. I like the way he makes music. Everybody's just not barred up. That's just rap ain't never been. Everybody's never been barred up universally in rap. That's a lie. You know what I'm saying? So let's not pretend that now because we want to be East Coast biased or we just don't like a guy. And again, if you tell me you don't like 21 Savage, I respect that. Because again, I started off personally not liking 21. I came around to 21 later on because I saw that he's not a bullshit artist like Lil Yachty. I think 21 actually gives a fuck about the culture. J-Mar, to answer your question, 120%. I think 21 cares more about rap and sounding good on a beat more so than a Yachty, who I think he takes his whole shit for a joke and he's getting paid to make a mockery of it. That is the difference between the two of them for me. And there's other artists that I like out there. Key Glock is another dude that I fuck with. I know he's not the most lyrical dude, but he put his shit together nicely, and I rock with that. You know what I mean? But that's basically that. But Lil Yachty can get up out of here. We got a few super chats, fellas, to get to. James Smith says the sun don't shine forever. Oof.
Damn sure don't.
Oof.
Especially in the dark place.
Oof.
Oh no.
Macito with a super chat for the home team. Dean's ahead of his time. He had to slander for Kenny before the battle. I mean, is that something to celebrate at this point?
Yeah, I'm prophetic.
You know what I mean? I guess. Sen, you can take this one, Sen.
Yo, Tracy G2. I am one who thinks Drake won the battle. Kenny was the yeller of poems and is charting to the Drake effect. So Drake is still number one. The yeller of poems? Bruh.
That's like the nigga from the Rico Loud commercial. I don't even know what that is, bro. The yeller of poems.
Understand. Like, ain't that a lot of rap, bro? Like, you ever listen to MOP? Like, they yell their fucking poetry, bro.
I mean, rap
I don't know.
That's poetry in a sense.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So I don't know what he's trying to get at with that, man. That's crazy.
Hitman with a super chat. Diddy, you can take that one.
Hitman, salute. Pusha got his highest selling album. Was that that wasn't Almost Dry? Was that Daytona?
I think it's almost dry was his best selling project.
And
I'm
that was
pretty sure
this
it was.
had
I
a
don't
nice
think it
little
was.
Drake this.
I
I don't
think
think it was because of a Drake this though.
It
I
wasn't.
think
The singles were
I think he's trying to say it might be Daytona because of infrared, but I don't think it was Daytona. I think
Yo,
it's almost
Mace, if
was
you in the chat, dude, can you do the knowledge for us, Mace? Let us know what the stats are.
Cito on the case. Mace on the
I mean,
case.
Mike gave you the super chat. He says, I think it's safe to say Kenny is top 5 to 10 on most lists. That said, where do you guys place Drake all time after this battle? I'm not prepared to answer that. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Because that's a tough answer for me. What do you think, son?
That might be a topic for episode, so I don't want to
Yeah.
play my hand early. But I already came on record and saying Kendrick was already top 10 for me. Might move him into my top 5. And me and Dini was having this conversation the other night. I have in my personal top 5, who I fuck with, who I listen to, who's impactful to me. I have Ghostface and Common. One of them is coming up off their spot. And we heard a Ghostface album this year. We're about to hear a Common album this year, so that might be the decider of who's coming up off their spot. For me,
Fair
to
enough.
me.
Fair enough.
Shout out you. That's a good way to handle that.
You sound like a person who got dragged through the cold.
Shout out to Tony.
He treading carefully.
I didn't even see much of his tweets this weekend after that. Much love,
man. Shout out to Tone, man.
Tone, we got one more super chat to get to real quick before we have a quick appearance from a special guest, a surprise appearance to make an announcement. But MJ with the super chat says, salute to the fake woke that would tell you K-Dot is rap savior, but has never heard a Conway, Rock Marcy, Lupe, or Ransom album. Drake can give you an Illmatic type album, and the haters will say where the club records at. Well, luckily for the Rap Roundtable, we listen to K-Dot, Conway, Rock Marcy, Lupe, and Ransom. So that doesn't apply to us.
Salute to you.
And it's not a little shade like you were shooting that scent, and he ain't the one. You know what I mean?
And listen, I listened to all of those people, and Kendrick told you himself, he is not your savior. If you listen to Mr. Morale, you might know that.
I've been to shows from 3 out of the 4 artists. I ain't been to a Conway show yet. Not specifically a Conway show, but I've seen him perform live. So salute to you. I like that list right there.
We got our special guest coming on right quick. You know what I mean? Let's get him on here. I am God.
My God.
Hey. Yo,
you know what I mean?
God, what up, homie?
What up with y'all? Salute,
you know what I mean?
So,
this is not an interview segment. We just pulled I Am God on because we have a very special guest, a very special announcer. Pardon me, he is a special guest. So, the floor is yours, bro. Let the people know what we got going on for them, man.
So, yes, I want to come on here. And matter of fact, first and foremost, before we get into all that, I got to say salute to you, bro, on the graduation. Congratulations, bro. You know what I'm saying? Love seeing that. You know what I'm saying? Take that shit as far as you possibly can, bro. Much love. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you on that. Peace to the fellas up here. Peace to the chat. But I'm here to tell y'all right now, I Am God, Clipto, More Suede, Bloodstained Suede 2.5, June 14th. You know what I'm saying? And in conjunction with the good fellas at the Rap Roundtable, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be hitting y'all with a special motherfucking demonstration, a listening session on the day of the release. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared for that. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I Am God Rap Roundtable listening for More Suede, Bloodstained Suede 2.5. It's going to be fire. I already heard it. It's fire.
If you heard 1 and 2, you know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
High noon, lunch hour. More Suede listening. You know what I mean?
Big move.
Shit, Bloodstained Suede 2 out right now. Make sure y'all run them streams up. We got visuals out.
Shout out to Perk.
I Am God.
Is this Clipto again, I Am God, or did you venture off a little bit?
Clipto.
Oh, no, if we stand with the Suede theme, it gotta be Clipto. It ain't right.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, brother. You dig?
Yo, let them know what they could expect.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's 7 joints as an EP. It consists of all the joints that didn't make Bloodstained Suede 1 or 2, plus 2 new joints. You know what I'm saying? We got some special we got a special surprise on that motherfucker. We ain't gonna let that cat out the bag real quick, but I know, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the listeners been wanting to hear me alongside the elites, you know what I'm saying, in the game. And you know what I'm saying, we got one for y'all this time around.
Yeah.
Definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, man, that's what's up.
Sin, you had mentioned it. Is there a potential I Am God and Sincere link up in the future? Maybe
Hey,
possibly.
listen, I'm trying to get my IG game up. I'm trying to get my my little Instagram profile off the ground. You know what I mean? Like, who hasn't been on Instagram for for years? So I've been on Instagram for a long time, but I was like, I haven't been using this shit the way I used to. So I was like, let me rebrand the shit. I'm only gonna be posting beats on there. I posted this one beat. I Am God hollered at me. You know what I mean? He was like, hoping him and who was it that you tagged?
It was Larry June. I like this. Sound like some I Am God.
Larry June.
It would be incredible. You know what I mean? From your mouth to or your fingers to God's ears. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, let's make some magic happen, bro. Like I'm with everything. You know what I mean? Need a beat? I got you.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm ready to hear it. I think it's well overdue to get some Sin and I Am God on wax.
Very necessary, man.
My soul.
But again,
yes, sir.
June 14th, listening session. More Sway, Bloodstained Sway 2.5. I Am God and the Rap Roundtable bringing you something special. We hope you like it. We hope you enjoy it. We always try to like elevate this, make it work, make something different happen with this podcast thing. And this is the next evolution. Listening sessions are on stream. Who does that? We do. You know what I mean?
So hey, I gotta give it to you though, Job. Hey, I took the title from Job. You know what I'm saying? Job put that shit. I think he said that shit on one of the I don't know if it was
More Suede.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah, I owe
see that?
A&R Job, you heard?
On my soul.
Putting ideas in the ether, you know what I'm saying?
I owe you some points on the package, bro.
I got you. Just make sure when you make it, just shout me on one of your interviews. You know what I mean? When you go, shout out to the homie Job. You know what I mean?
Motherfucker, get up there. It's Rap Roundtable shit all day. I got some love. You know what I'm saying?
My nigga.
Talk that.
We ain't forgot.
My God,
that's love. Big Chicago.
We appreciate you, bro. We about to close out here. You know what I mean? And I'll collaborate with you all off the end. We'll put everything together.
Absolutely, bro. Love y'all, man. Y'all be smooth out here.
Love, bro. You're ready, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Y'all at me.
There you have it. I Am God in the Rap Roundtable making history as always.
One of those real rap niggas. That's a real rap nigga for y'all, man.
And speaking of real rap, before we get out of here, make sure you hit that like button, run them comments up, run the subscriptions up. You know what I mean? Keep us in the ether, keep us on the algorithm, keep our block with the best work possible, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I messed up the text here, but nevertheless, I don't care. We in and out. Rich ass Haitian. But Mach Hommy dropped this weekend. So sit and rap style. You were the first person to talk about it. Let's figure it out. What were your takes on this project? Man.
Yeah, I fucks with this project heavy. I think to me, it's my favorite Mach Hommy project since shit. Hold on, let me pull it up now. I thought I had it up on my screen. But when he Dollar Menu 4, I was fucking with that project heavy. 4. Yeah, and I know Job was.
That's the one that had gas. That's the one that had gastronomic. What's that joint on it? I hate when I do that, but that was just my favorite. I love that song. That song is crazy.
That was him and the guy Fahim.
Yeah, it's always a vibe when they connect, man.
For sure. You know what I mean? They definitely got like that, that Ray Ghostface kind of
chemistry. Yes, facts.
Yes. I can't listen to the guy Fahim Dolly, but when he get with Mach,
yeah,
different energy. You know what I mean?
It works.
But to me, it's my favorite project of his since that project. Just some favorites off the top. Lon is crazy. I mean, Copy Cold with Black Thought. The bars is up heavy on that shit. Gorgonzolan, that shit goes crazy. There's a joint on here that I love that I don't even want to try to pronounce it. Because I might butcher the pronunciation. But there's a lot of shit on here, man. Pardon with the guy Fahim. He went crazy on that. Sanjay. There's a lot of dope shit on here, man. My one thing with naturally with Mach Hommy projects is, you know, like it definitely has that, you know, recorded in the basement kind of vibe. I would love to hear Mach Hommy and these productions elevated a little bit in terms of the mixing process and the mastering of it. Please don't shoot me out there. I know that's part of the aesthetic. I know
I got it. I got it now. We fixed it. We back on deck.
Yeah, there we go. I know that, you know what I mean. When you listen to Mach Hommy or a Rock Mossy, you're not looking for, like, you know what I mean, Dr. Dre levels or Kanye West levels of mixing and mastering. But like,
right,
if they could just elevate, there was a couple of beats that I was like, they sound a little bit drowned out and a little bit low. Just
can we
to
talk
be able
about
to
that,
get some
Sin?
vocals over it? And I wish there was a better marriage of vocals to beats sometimes in terms of the mixing.
Jump in for a second because it pertains to you. Because I was listening to it on the drive back from work yesterday, and I was like, I gotta ask him when we get on the pod, because from the opening track, me personally, after the little intro, whatever, like the first song with rapping on it, basically, I felt that way, and I thought maybe because the way I had my audio set up in the whip, as far as like I like the bass and the treble and knock. I was like, do I need to readjust my shit to hear this properly, or is it that this wasn't properly mixed? So I was definitely gonna ask you when we got on the pod, was the mix off? Because it sounds like it's off, but I don't want to. Maybe it was me.
That's the whole album that sounds like that, because I didn't only got to listen to like the first couple of tracks.
About like half of it does.
The mix can be off, but again, there's this is a scene in hip hop that does it. I feel, this is just me, to its own detriment. I don't think it pays enough attention to the mixing and mastering aspect of the process. You know what I mean? It's very much a culture of let me get some beats, I'm gonna rap over them, and you know what I mean, we're gonna, you know, tweak it a little bit and then put it out. You know what I mean? I think we've had a more extensive conversation about this at the table, where like, if you know what I mean, the underground artists, if you're independent, if you're do it yourself, you don't really have the resources to go out and get, you know, the top of the line, the creme de la creme mixing engineers. But I do wish, because I thinking back on, like, you know what I mean, I always think back to Wu-Tang.
Mm-hmm.
Wu-Tang had that grimy sound, but the grime was elevated by the mixing and mastering engineers. You know what I mean? It kept the aesthetic, it kept the sound, it didn't polish it too much. You know what I mean? And I'm sure, you know, RZA was in those sessions and he had a lot to say about, like, hey, look, don't over EQ it, don't, you know, under EQ, whatever. Don't do too much to it. Keep the grime on it, but just make it sound big and fat. You know what I mean?
Like clean, pause. But like clean. You get what I'm saying?
Clean. Not even so much clean, but just like accentuating the things that need to be accentuated in the sonics, in the sonic picture that you have in your head. You know what I mean? We know RZA had a different sonic picture than Dr. Dre did. You know what I mean? So when you hear Dr. Dre, you hear like finely, you see finely polished. You hear finely polished. RZA wanted to keep some dirt and grime on it, but like the mixing engineers knew what to do to, you know, bring that to the forefront and not lose it, but also accentuate it and elevate it a little bit. That's what I want to hear from a Mach Hommy. You know what I mean?
But niggas like Mac with that sound though. You get what I'm saying? Like sorry to cut you off, but as far as that, like that grit on the grime on the record, like for artists like that, a lot of them feel like without that, the shit don't even hit. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes I think it's not just like the sonics are bad. I feel like some of these niggas push the music like that because they want that sound on the music. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get that, but that's why I brought up RZA.
But it sacrifices to a detriment.
There's a way to polish the grind. You know what I mean? There's a way to elevate the grit. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm saying.
And that's what I'll jump in right here. I don't want wait. You was finished giving me your take on the project. Okay. Yeah. And that's the problem that if there's one problem I have with it, because of what the album is supposed to represent, it is the mix. because this is not to go back to bring it together. The 21 Savage of it all. 21 Savage is carried by beats. So if the mix is a little off there and the beats is carrying the records, and in some cases it has happened where his audio gets drowned out, it's because it's deliberate that he wants the beats to carry his projects, and I get that and I respect that. But if you're giving me a project that's about the bars, about the lyricism, then you got to make sure that the vocals are the most highlighted aspect of your project. And I got a gripe with that. But beyond that, I love this project because it's like sometimes some of these spitters, they just rap on projects. They give you like a bunch of records. It's just a bunch of bars. We know they nice. Then they move on. But there's no real connectivity. There's no threads that make it feel like you're listening to a body of work that's more art heavy as opposed to lyrical flexing heavy. Well, I think there's some political unrest in Haiti right now, and that was like the undertone for the project. There's little skits, there's little background conversations. I think one of the skits is essentially a conversation about what's going on in Haiti. You hear the news reports. There's odes to the country that are some of the records that are on the project. So from that perspective, tough. Mach, Hommy, we talk a lot of Griselda here. I mean, we should have probably asked Lane to come on and talk about this project. But it's like Mach, we talk about nice rappers and we give the cons and the Rands their due often here.
Yeah.
Mach got to be in that conversation as far as bar for bar, one of the best active. Like this man don't miss. And his breathing.
He's a beast.
Flow, the pocket. This guy is really good at rapping, bro.
And the thing is with him, it's like there's a dry wit. I'm very big on dry wit. And that's like a common thread with me across all genres, across all forms of media, like movies, TV shows, rap, music. If you can be witty, but you got a dry wit to where it's not so ha funny, but it's like, oh man, like he that's a funny guy. Like he's not trying to be funny, but he's just funny. You know what I mean?
And you know what? It's the Jay-Z effect. Like he's a whole fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he took that element from Jay, in my opinion, because the way he framed some of his bars is very Hove-esque.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
and so
I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. So the dry wit of it, the pocket of it, the way he, you know what I mean? And again, we've talked about like the shoguns of the rap game, how they'll, you know what I mean? They'll be fighting one style and all of a sudden they switch, they pivot, they start fighting south. Like he switches pockets like in between verses, like or in the middle of verses, and I'm like, bro, like you're a shogun. You're like really like up like cut from the cloth, bro. Like it's crazy. Hearing Mach rhyme, is really, really fucking impressive. I wish that like sonically, sometimes I wish the sonics would match his level of mastery on the craft of rapping.
Damn, and it's like you said, like it is so effortless that he just does it. It's like if you half listening to it, you miss it. But when you really lock in, he picked what instrument to flow to or what beat he want to come in on. He switched what beat he's coming in on from verse to verse, pocket to pocket. Take a little break, let the beat breathe for a second, come back in. It's like, yo, what's up with this dude? Like, why he's so nice? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the way I felt listening to that Dollar Menu 4 joint. I was just like, wow.
Because Dollar Menu 4 really wasn't no connectivity. That was just lyrical flexing.
Bars.
Beat, bars. Him and Fahim going back and forth, slaughtering it. You know what I mean? I hate that. I don't know what happened with him and Griselda because it seems like there's no more like relationship as far as like a business relationship goes. But that West Side curation and what he does as a lyricist, bro, like if you're not putting Mach in these conversations, like I want to go to the track list as well. Like off the rip, like the intro and Antonomasia, didn't love it so much, but I didn't hate it either. Politicals where it was like, all right, we on the road now. And after that, I didn't skip a record. I played it straight through. And it's like, what does he have to do for people to realize, like, all right, you need to put me on I need to be on everybody's list. I gave y'all a full body of work. I gave y'all little R&B hooks. I gave y'all the flexing. I gave y'all a little bit of street shit. I didn't try to bore y'all I didn't try to get too preachy. I kept a decent vibe, and I gave you culture. Gave you a little bit of. If he felt like a Flatbush nigga to me, because like he Haitian, but then he speaking a little patois, like he be around a lot of Jamaicans with some white club shit. Then he's rhyming a little bit in Creole. Some of the song titles are in Creole. Like this album is fire. If you haven't heard Rich Ass Haitian and you love rap, you love the culture, like the core of it all, bars, beats, hooks. This is the project for you. Dedicate some time out the weekend and lock in with that. Now that we're moving away from the beef and we're getting back to just like rap music. Put this at the top of your list for something that you should listen to.
Absolutely.
And as far as all you say he needed, it's an engineer, I guess. You said that's the only thing he needed. I guess a great engineer and you're good to go, my brother.
But he need to go holla at Parks. You know what I mean? Right. Parks is the man for the job.
Everybody, we've been saying it for so long. Since that Rome and Ransom project dropped. Everybody needs to holler at Parks. Everybody in this space, all of them, they all need to holler at Parks.
The man don't miss.
Parks, if you can, you know what I mean? If we send some business your way, maybe you know what I mean? Drop your rate a little bit so like people can afford you. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what
drop your rate.
But I'm just saying.
Drop the rate.
For the culture, bro.
Eddie Sancho. Salute to Eddie Sancho. Yeah, talk to the greats. Holla at Guru. I'm sure them dudes are a little pricey, but you know.
Before we get out of here, any quick thoughts on the Rhapsody, or do you want to save that for the lunch hour?
I gotta spin it.
We can save it, but I talked about it a little bit.
A lot of people saying it's good though, so definitely want to save it if it's as good as they say it is.
It's a good project, probably her most personal project to date. You know what I mean? Very, very much. Here's the thing. I spun it yesterday morning. I got up early on a Sunday morning. Went out for a walk. It was sunny outside, and it was good vibes for that. You know what I mean? Like Sunday morning, cool out, gentle vibes. You know what I mean? We've had weeks and weeks of beef. So like, Paul.
Hey yo!
So he was doing so well the whole pod. I was almost impressed. He was on fire catching the balls. I was like, Sin's on fire tonight. Go ahead, bro.
But it was weeks and weeks of Drake versus Kendrick and that whole energy. So like, which we love, but you know what I mean. It's a good palate cleanser. It's a really good palate cleanser.
We got to lock in with that on the lunch hour because I'm hearing good things about that project as well. And I feel like the ladies in that space needs a palate cleanse for real because it's too much of the same, and we need somebody to shake it up. You know what I mean? And it don't always have to be ass shaking and I'll fuck your nigga. Like we need more substance on the ladies' side.
Yeah.
We just need more substance. The same way they say like when the Coke rap was eaten and it was like we need some more substance. Then artists came through and they brought something beyond the Coke rap. Same thing for the pussy rap. Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Little change, little diversity, you know.
We got a few more supers before we get up.
Right out.
Let's get them.
Look, I can't even talk. MJ with a super chat says we don't want to talk about it, but colorism exists. If Drake was a dark-skinned black guy from BK signed to Rock Nation, he would be hailed as the GOAT by the masses. Can I take that one as a Brooklynite here?
You got it, bro.
If Drake was a dark-skinned black guy from BK signed to Rock Nation, he would be Joey Badass because nobody would give him a chance. Because New York don't get no love in the industry. So
he tried to make a point. He actually made the opposite point. Honestly,
breaking news. And Pop Smoke had to.
Drake is who he anyway.
Pop Smoke was the only outlier because of like the newness of what he did by blending drill rap with the grime sound in England and putting it together with a little bit of Caribbean flair. That was something we never heard before. But no MJ.
And then the polish on top of that. You know what I mean?
There you go. Nah, bro. If Drake came out and he was dark skin rapping like that, with the same niggas singing and rapping and getting peed on, Brooklyn wouldn't even sanction him, bro. Sorry to tell you. Breaking news.
Ain't that just Tory Lanez?
Damn.
I am Aboriginal, says nah, they both suck. Speaking about 21 and Yachty. I mean, if you feel that way, I can't argue with you. Rafael Rodriguez, one of the longtime supporters, says, would love to see a rap round table top 5 biopic, pretty please. I mean, we'd have to talk about it. We have to see. We have to make it make sense. You know, how many rappers have biopics to really, you know what I mean? Put that together.
That's interesting.
88
Salute to you.
Spencer, the super chat says, job, congrats, dope accomplishment. My wife is about to receive her second master's degree as a nurse practitioner. Peace to Mace. I hope you and your family are good. Appreciate you, 88 Spence, for that. Macito,
Salute to
we
the
miss you,
wife.
bro. We need you back with this. Salute to wifey. You know what I mean? Getting them degrees is hard work. Trust me.
Masters. You know what I'm saying?
Ian, home team with a super chat. Shouts for being the best podcast to follow through this whole beef talk heavy. You know what I mean?
Salute, family.
Coverage was the best by far. Even when they was calling us Glazers, we still were the best. Okay.
Listen, they'll come around.
And Joe Bros with $10 just for the love.
Appreciate you, man.
You know what I mean?
Salute, man.
So some of our regulars were missed tonight. You know what I mean? I didn't see Marcos in here. I didn't see LB in here. You guys were missed. But shout out to everybody who wasn't here. Jim Real, I haven't seen you much. So if you're just coming around us, salute. We love the energy in the chat.
Yeah.
Christopher the Conqueror. He's been going doing the knowledge. He's been watching some of our old shit. So shout out to Christopher the Conqueror. Much love to you, Tom Izzo, long time. J Mar, long time. LP, you already know what it is, bro. Mad Hatter, the internet's artist repertoire. Much love to y'all. Double Barrel, much love to y'all. You know what I mean? It's another great episode, you know what I mean? Monday Night Raw, can't complain.
Night Raw.
You know what I mean? Since they're the rap snob, you still a champion, bro. Take us home.
Go.
Yo, for Jar the point guard, do you need the balance? I am Sincere the rap snob. Mace, we'll have you back, you know what I mean, later on this week. We are the Rap Round Table, the #1 podcast in the game. Come holler at us. Hit like, comment, hit subscribe. If you're new here, go do all of that. You know what I mean? You see the Rap Round Table merch, roundtablemerch.com. You see the Rap Round Table Cash App. Hit all of that. You know what I mean? We are #1 and we're out of here.
Yes, sir. Fuck with us. See y'all soon.